out of the 6 beef boxes from Xanadu Razorback. Lots of meat you can see here, if you can. We're on box number 4. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Alright, the box got a little crushed, it looks like. Alright. It's not quite as full, but... So I'm beginning to think that they didn't really want to take all the air out of the bones. Because, I mean, it is, in the experience that I've had with trying to vacuum pack bones, is that you do get, there's some little shards, or there's a little bit of sharp edges sometimes in bones, and they don't really, when you vacuum pack them, the edges kind of poke little tiny holes in the bag. So it's probably best not to take all the air out of the bag, because then you get little holes in it. But that might be what they did, or that's what they did, and it did get little tiny holes, and so the air is out. We've got joint bones. Just like the top ball and socket kind of joint there, with the femur probably, the other long bones. A lot of good marrow in there. So this would be good for soup, or they're cut in half so you can get to the marrow. That's nice. So got that. It's 1, 2 more joint bones. 3. And here's one that actually the seal stayed. Yeah, the seal is good. Big difference. Won't get the freezer burn. There is some ice forming on that there. And so we got 4 of those. So roughly 4.5 kilograms. Alright. So one of them stayed sealed. 3 out of the 4. It's not like there's a lot of meat to get freezer burned. Alright, what do we got here? Now see, this is kind of, I would have liked the 1 kilogram packages. I guess they didn't do, I guess the tripe come, one big piece, I suppose. So, 2.2 kilograms of tripe. And it is frozen solid, so maybe they cut this one was first. I don't know. This is much more frozen than the other packages. Yeah, 2.2. So we got tripe there. I don't know if there's another package of that in there or not. There's, what is this? Cow offal. Alright. Kidney or something maybe? Cow liver. Cow liver, 1.6 kilogram liver. Okay, do some liver nuns there. What is this? Cow heart. This is just half of it. It's the whole heart. It looks smaller than I would have expected. Looks like another half heart. 900 gram heart. Looks flatter than I would think. 900 gram heart. And here we got kidneys. 2 kidneys. Alright. Here's more offal. Comment below if you have any good recipes for this kind of stuff. See. Kidney. And what else do we got here? Oxtail. Looks like it's kind of cut up into pieces. Is there 2 pieces? Nope. There's oxtail. And cow tongue. That'll be nice to kind of cook it up, slice it. Cow tongue. And one big thing down here. And here are, oh boy, cow intestine. Alright. sure what exactly to do with this. I thought, tripe is the stomach, intestine. I guess I can stuff it with, make sausage out of it somehow. Hopefully it's been cleaned. It is supposed to, it does, when I messaged the guy, he did say that it should be cleaned properly already for the most part. Obviously there'll probably be a little more cleaning to do, but hopefully it won't be too smelly, but it is supposed to be cleaned up to some degree. Alright, so those were the unfamiliar parts. Alright, well, I've had liver and stuff before. I've had a number of sheep kidneys. But alright, so that was box number 4. Alright, so we're on to this is number 6. Save that for later. This is number 5. Wow, this is heavy. Just says meat. I have a feeling this is going to be the ground beef. Supposed to, when I talked to the person, he said that there should be approximately 22 kilograms of ground beef, and they were going to there was going to be like lean ground beef and separate fattier ground beef, or just separate ground fat. I wasn't quite sure exactly what they were saying. So this is probably the ground beef in 1 kilogram. Yeah, 1 kilogram packages. Oh yes. I have ordered ground beef from them before, and I think I ordered some ragu short rib from them before. This is the first time I've ordered a full cow, especially from Xanadu. It's the first time I've gotten this full cow thing, whole beef box. Yep, ground beef. And it says ground beef, regular, 1 kilogram package. Alright, so there's probably about 22 or so in here. I have, in the past, we have always, usually in the winter time, for the winter, we usually get a half a cow, and that comes in like one or two pieces of giant pieces of cow, pieces of beef. And it's usually from just regular markets, not from Xanadu. And it comes in these large pieces, and my wife and my mother-in-law, usually just chop it up in random pieces, try to get some steaks out of it, but not like the proper, or what I would think of as a proper steak of, the specific cuts for the specific parts of the animal that a Westerner would be used to. We would just, be, chunks for, separate the bones to do the soup bones and stuff. Just, chunks of beef to be cooked, to cut up, sliced up for stir fry and things like that. That's usually what we do each winter. And that half a cow would last us pretty much through the winter. Maybe not quite as last. But, so we decided to go for this. So that's 10. Let's see how many I can get on here. 11, 12. So when we saw this advertisement for this, we thought, it might be nice to get the known cuts that I'm familiar with, and I know what the separate steaks, the ideal steaks, the round roasts and things that, okay, that's 15, 16, 17, these all, looks like they're all regular, probably 70% meat, 30% fat. Looks good. Does look pretty good. So yeah, we just thought we would get this. 17, 18. We've got the ground beef. We usually don't have ground beef at home, but we'll have this. Now, this should last us probably well through the winter, probably even into the summer. We'll see. Obviously we'll be sharing it with some family. We'll have, my mother-in-law will have some. Okay, that's at 20. Yeah, more than 22. 21. 22 kilograms of, I can't remember what the scale goes up to, 50 or 20, 30 kilogram scale. So I'll stop a little bit. 22, 23. The seals are all really good. And it looks nice. Good burgers made out of this, I'm sure. And it's tipping. Alright. Alright, so that's 23.2 kilograms so far. That's 23 pieces of ground beef. So by ordering this, it might be a little bit more expensive than what we would get normally. I think the beef prices have been going up in Mongolia throughout the pandemic. And so if this is 140 kilograms, coming out to about 18,000 kilograms, I mean, the big piece, what we would get, like what we got last year, I think we paid maybe 7,000 or 8,000 a kilogram for the large pieces that we would just cut up randomly. So I think, oh shoot, I didn't count the little ones. How many do I have here total? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 kilograms of ground beef. Alright, that's 28 kilograms of ground beef. 50 pounds, at least, something like that. So, yeah, I mean, we would usually spend maybe about half the amount per kilogram when we would get the big, large piece of the big half cow. And I don't know, I mean, the price for that might be more this year anyway. So we just figured we'd get some decent cuts, different cuts that we're not used to getting all the time. Obviously, the offal and the intestines, all that kind of stuff will be interesting to figure out recipes for. Like I said, if you know any recipes, good recipes for that kind of stuff, kidney pie or whatever, let me know in the comments. So that is box number 5. One more to go. Alright. Number 6, and it's another heavy one. We have unboxed 5 out of the 6 boxes of, well, beef box. As you might be able to see some things behind me. 28 kilograms of regular ground beef back here. Looks like it's nice, good mix of fat and meat. So, one more box to go. Let's check it out. One box to go. Alright. So, we've got lean ground beef. Alright. See that. Compare the two side by side. Definitely notice the difference. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, something a little, probably, obviously the stuff with the fat will be a little better for burgers and things like that. So we got lean ground beef. Let's see how many kilograms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of these are more frozen than others. This one's not frozen. The first couple were really frozen. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. So 6 kilograms of lean ground beef. So 6 and 28, 34 kilograms of ground beef total. Alright, that's a lot of ground beef. Alright, here. And we've got burger patties, nicely packaged. Alright. They are, let's see, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 burger patties, around about 200 grams each. 1.2 kilograms. A little less than 200 grams each. Okay, so that's one package. That's, let's see, 6, 12, 18 burger patties, looks like. Alright, about 200 grams each. Nice packaging. Those will go well on the grill. Okay. And it looks like it's a decent mix of fat and lean. 18 burger patties. Okay, we got more stew meat. We had about 6 kilograms or 4 kilograms before of stew. 4, 5, 6, and so 2 more. So 6 kilograms of stew meat altogether. Alright. There's some in the first box. And chuck roast. Nice. Yeah. It looks like they cut the brisket in half. Okay. Alright, so this is chuck roast, looks like. 1, 2, 3. Good look at that. 4 chuck roast. Yep, 4 chuck roast. Alright, so 8 kilograms of chuck roast. 2 kilograms each. So we had like, what was it? Was it 10 round roasts? 4 chuck roasts. 2 kilograms each. That's like 14, 28 kilograms of just roast. Definitely spreading the meat. There we go. And the last, it looks like the brisket. They cut them in half. It looks like the brisket cut in half. Flat and it's kind of folded, maybe. Hard to tell. But yeah, so it looks like it's been cut in half. 1.4 kilogram brisket. So that's brisket 1. Another one, little 1.1 kilograms. The largest one looks like 1.8. Right. I've got the seasoning and the cure and stuff. I can do some corned beef with this. So we've got about 5.6 kilograms of brisket, 4 pieces. All right, so that looks like it. That's 6 boxes. You know, here are these boxes. 6 boxes of beef. So that is quite a bit. Now the challenge is to find room in our freezers. We've got a couple small deep freezers. We'll be putting stuff in my mother-in-law's house. She's got a deep freeze. We've got a small deep freeze. Yeah, so that is Beef Box by Xanadu Razorback. Obviously, I haven't tasted anything yet, but I've had some of their pieces before, some ground beef and stuff, and I've always been happy with it. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Burger patties are nice. I mean, the ground beef, it's much more than I expected. I think I didn't really keep count of everything during the unboxing. I think I'll organize, count everything up, just get a total of how many kilograms of everything I've got, just to see. They say about approximately 140 kilograms. I definitely think I at least got that, if not more. We'll see. A lot of bones for soup, a lot of short ribs. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just got to find a place for in the freezer, and that's about it. So, thanks for joining me and watching me unbox a cow. This is quite a lot of meat.